Yay Networks.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Casillejos, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And today we're breaking down Taylor's song, Starlight.
We were dancing, like we're made of starlight, starlight, like we're made of starlight, starlight.
This is the 15th song on Red Taylor's version. And guys, it was written by Taylor Swift all herself.
It's almost like that's a recurring theme.
Man, don't you love hearing that? I love that. So here is a little clip of Taylor talking about the meaning behind the song.
Starlight is a song that I wrote actually after seeing a picture of Ethel and Bobby Kennedy when they were 17. I saw this picture about a year and a half ago, and I didn't know anything about like what they were doing or what was going on in the picture, but I just thought they look like they're having the best night. And so I wrote this song about what the night might have been like. And I ended up meeting Ethel and going and playing it for her, and she just loved it. It was such a fun moment when she was just in love with the song and so happy about it. And it's just this adorable picture that to me just like brought forth all these potentials for how that night could have been.
I love that. I love that this was some of the beginning of her storytelling kind of writing. Well, no, that's not true because she storytells all the time, but where she's talking from another point of view. And then later we see that in Folklore and Evermore. So it's really cool that she's painting this beautiful picture and just her imagination's running wild after seeing a photograph.
Mm-hmm.
Was this just a way to try to impress Connor Kennedy?
Maybe.
Is that what this is?
No, I think she is, like Lacey said, a natural storyteller, very imaginative, and I think she was dipping her toes into fictional storytelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think if I could write a song to impress someone, I definitely would.
Well, because who is she trying to impress with the lucky one? And that's still another one. See, exactly.
You're right.
But she's singing about her boyfriend's grandparents. These are Connor Kennedy's grandparents. That's of all the historical figures to sing about, you pick the one that's related to the guy you want to impress.
You know what?
I'm not hating her for it. I love it. It's a great song. I'm just saying, like, what a power move.
I guess thinking about it, if my boyfriend were to be like, "Hey, I wrote this song about your grandparents based on this photo," I would immediately cry. Like, that is so sweet.
100%.
I'm not trying to diss her. I'm trying to say this is cool.
No, yeah, I don't think you're dissing her.
What a strong move to come in and say, like, look what I just did.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're dissing her. I think it's a very, very sweet move.
Too bad it didn't work out.
Yeah, I know. They didn't date for too long.
No, they didn't. But I do think that she got pretty close with Ethel.
She did.
Yeah.
My dad wrote a song for my wedding, and it also didn't work out.
Well, look at that.
What was the song called?
I don't remember. It was really, really sweet, though. He walked me down the aisle, officiated the wedding, and then sang 3 songs at the reception.
Was this your wedding or his concert?
This was my wedding, yeah.
So someone on YouTube was confused and I guess never heard the interview that we just played of Taylor Swift talking about the song. But they thought the main character of the story was about her grandmother, Marjorie, because they were born the same year, 1928, and was 17 in 1945. So maybe she also was really inspired by her own personal connection with that time and her own grandmother.
Which then we later see with Marjorie.
Right.
Which is true. It is cool. I mean, she really did just imagine this story. It was like a black and white photo of them when they were 17. And like we heard her say, she just kind of imagined how beautiful, sparkling, dancing, all of her favorite words are. But in truth, Ethel didn't meet Bobby Kennedy on the boardwalk in the summer of 45, nor did they attend a party at a yacht club. They actually met on a ski trip in Quebec when Bobby was dating her sister Patricia in the winter of 1945.
This is disappointing. I was kind of excited to talk about sneaking into the yacht club.
I mean, it's still, the whole thing is fictionalized.
Yeah. But I was like, have y'all ever done like a wedding crasher situation? I was like so ready to talk about this. And now
we can still talk about
it.
We should still talk about it. Have you ever done a wedding crash situation?
I
Amy?
have done something where if I was getting a discount on something, I might have fibbed a little bit, like entering entering maybe a tournament for a sport event for the entire weekend, I might have faked a little wristband or something, knowing
sure.
that I shouldn't have been there or whatever. But
I mean, I still have my college student ID to get into
Yeah.
movies for 50 cents less student discount.
That's great.
but that's as far as I've taken it.
I haven't, but now I want to.
Yeah.
I've never even been on a yacht.
Well, since Vince Vaughn and Luke Wilson have done that movie, I'm just, I want to do it.
I know, it does
Yeah.
sound cool. And isn't it fun when celebrities do it? You always hear about stories. It's like Tom Hanks crashed a wedding. You're like, what? How cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say Tom Hanks too. He's the one, or Bill
always-
Murray. Yeah.
Yes, Bill Murray does it too. They're always doing things like that, and it sounds so much fun.
That is cool.
But see, if we did it, they'd be like, who are you? They're happy when Tom Hanks does it.
But what if it's like a massive Swiftie and they're like, wait, are those the hosts of 13 of Taylor Swift fan podcast?
Are they the ones getting cake early? We'll allow it for this wedding.
Okay, going back to what you said about impressing Connor by writing this song. Now I'm thinking about it. Imagine, we say, we're like, wait, that is the sweetest thing ever. Imagine, take Taylor out of the photo.
Okay.
You're dating a songwriter, right? And then they just suddenly start writing songs about everything that they see in your house. Like, at some point, are you like, okay, like,
They would sing about how my vacuum's broken.
And it's terrible because it's like, oh my gosh, like,
Need to change your smoke alarm batteries.
They're like, well, recently I went to LA to visit my friend, and we were out at a bar, and this random guy came up to us just to like talk to us, say hi, or whatever, and then he got into the conversation of like, oh, like, what do you do for a living? And he was like, I'm a writer. And I don't know, I was like, really? Like, what kind of writer? He was like, a TV writer. And I was like, anything I would know? He was like, The Avengers. And I was like, okay,
Sure
yeah,
you are.
sure you
Yeah.
are. Okay, bye. And I left. And then looking back on him, like, no, what if he was like actually telling the truth? Or, sometimes like, I don't know why. I really did brush it off. I mean, he kind of gave off that like vibe.
Not telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, first of all, The Avengers is a movie, not a TV show. So,
Mhm.
okay, whatever.
Was
and
he
I
short?
Did
Was he
Google his
short?
name. I did.
Because then he could be like, okay, Ant-Man. That'd be funny. Okay,
that would have
Ant-Man.
that would have been good.
Okay.
Anyway.
But he wasn't. Continue with your story.
No, I don't know where it was going.
Oh. You know what? Okay. I think it's great that she wrote this song. I want to reiterate that. But is it also, so you write a song about your boyfriend's grandparents and then you buy a house right next door to him? Where's the line here? Where's
Are you
like,
saying
where's-
she's being a little
what's like,
spacious?
what's too much here, Taylor?
No.
It's a
Just
nice
sounds like
looking
a
house.
coincidence to me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Get into the real estate game, guys.
Yeah. I'm sure it was a lovely house.
And sometimes you just know. And then you're wrong, but you just know.
So when I first was going back and listening to this song, I knew that I heard the melody from somewhere else. And I'm not saying that Taylor is copying someone else, but do y'all remember the Don't Trust Me by 303?
Oh my god.
That was black dress with the tights underneath. I got the breath of the last cigarette on my teeth. She's an actress and she ain't got no need. And she's got money from her parents in trust fund back keys or whatever. I'm singing is awful. But it's that same, oh my.
Same kind of cadence.
Yeah,
kind of like,
yeah.
I can see that, Amy. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where my mind went to. I was like,
Wait,
gosh,
now
now
will
will
you
so
sing-
familiar.
will you
Can we
sing
do
Starlight
the,
now?
Starlight, okay. No, I feel like I need to listen to it again. It was the best night, never would no. Oh my, what a marvelous tune. It was the best night, never would forget how we moved. The whole place was dressed to the nines. And then it kind of changes a little bit. But that was
yeah.
the same cadence.
Yeah,
I can hear it. I can hear it. Yeah. Good job, Amy.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
The hidden message of this song is for Ethel.
Pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
One could guess. Something I do really like about this song is recently on TikTok, people were sharing about misheard lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really common, this one, where she says, I met Bobby on the boardwalk summer of 45. A lot of Swifties kind of always assume it said, I met Barbie on the, or
I
something
saw that too.
Barbie on the boardwalk, or something about Barbie, like didn't know it said Bobby.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know, a lot of people think this song's about the Kennedys, but it's actually about Diana Agron. I'm just kidding.
Oh, because it was like Barbie, blonde.
No.
Oh.
Just to make a ridiculous connection for no reason.
Well, this is not a misheard lyric, but I have to catch myself whenever I'm singing along. Instead of saying, teach them how to dream, I almost always want to say teach them how to read. I don't know why. Yeah. It just sounds like that's what you teach people to do, to read.
Yeah. It's more common to hear that
Than dream.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish she did say that, though. That'd be like so funny because that's kind of when she like really hits like that high note.
And then she breaks in and she goes, "Hey kids, spelling is fun."
Perfect.
I'm traumatized.
Sorry, trigger warning. Hey kids, spelling is fun.
Reading is fun.
Can anyone do a good Massachusetts accent?
No.
Like the Kennedys?
I can do
No.
0 accents.
Zero accents? You just sang really good.
Yeah. No, the only
Not an accent.
No, I can't. What
Let's-
is it?
I mean, like
feel
a
like you
common
wanna-
phrase,
See,
like kapak.
Yeah, the only thing that I can think of, if I'm talking about the Kennedys, I just think of like a stereotypical John F. Kennedy. And you just talk like this.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sound like Mia Quimby from The Simpsons. I was seeing if anyone else could do a Kennedy
No.
impression. No?
I don't think I should even
No.
try.
Ethel Kennedy, will you be my wife? I don't know. I don't know if that's how Robert F. Kennedy talked. I suppose I should know more
Have
about
looked
him.
it up.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The only accent I've tried doing lately is Anna Delvey from.
Yeah, how is
Inventing
it? Give us a little.
You're so basic.
Good one.
That's what she says over and over. Oh, God, you're so basic. That's it. It's like German, Russian, New York. I'm not good at any accents. I just finished watching that show. That's why I said that.
Is there anything else on Bobby and Ethel Kennedy that we should know about?
I do think it's cool that in such a sad album, this is, a light bop that's not going to make you cry your face off.
Yeah,
you
true.
know?
True.
True.
It's a roller coaster of an album. And
And there's a lot of hope in this song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like uplifting. Like it is a light and feel good song.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the word Starlight.
Mm-hmm. Sparkly.
Yeah. Something that I did read about Ethel Kennedy, she's an American human rights advocate. She was married to Robert F. Kennedy. And in 2014, she got the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
That's very
from
cool.
Barack Obama. Yeah. And at first I was like, whoa, it was around the same time. But no, Red came out a few years before that.
Have
That's
you ever
so cool.
seen? If I got that award, I would be crying my face off.
Like
It's-
Ellen.
Yes. Have you ever Googled Ellen's picture when she's getting the
have.
Presidential Medal of Freedom? It's very sweet. It's just a really funny looking picture.
I think she might have been a little intoxicated.
No.
What?
I would
You don't
definitely
go to the White House hammered.
Yeah, at least take a shot of tequila.
You don't go to the White House
I
hammered.
cannot
It's like,
go in there sober.
it's like no, it's like one of the biggest moments in your life. You can't go in there hammered.
Just a little
I
bit.
would
It
be.
happens on accident.
I'd be
Nick.
blubbering all over myself. What, drinking happens on accident?
Well, no, like you just want to take off the nerves,
Yeah.
and then maybe you have a couple too many.
Yeah. I get it.
I've never heard of anyone saying Ellen was drunk at the White House. That's funny. I'm going to have to go look at that picture again.
Before we sign off, I wanted to share a DM that we got on our Instagram at the 13 podcast from Bella, all the way in Germany.
Whoa.
Very cool. She said, "Hey guys, I just watched the behind the scenes of the 1989 World Tour and I came across this meal plan for the crew and it includes lobster." She said, "Is this proof that Taylor knows about the podcast? Or did she even back in 2015 put this Easter egg in the
Yes.
documentary before you even started your
Yes.
podcast?"
She says she puts Easter eggs out years in advance.
Yeah, this is true. So she said, "P.S. I'm from Germany and I absolutely love your podcast." And she sent a picture of the screen. Hold on, the screenshot.
Hysterical.
It says, "The meals are planned out weeks in advance and ingredients are shopped for locally to ensure freshness. Some of the specialties found on the 1989 World Tour are prime rib, chicken tikka masala, and lobster,
Wow.
to name a few." So I'm going to choose to think that we are one step closer.
So here's what we have to do. We have to make sure that we ask Taylor Swift when we meet her, put it in your notes, ask Taylor about that meal. Then maybe she could say lobster
Oh,
and she could like get what we're doing here.
yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, lobster. And then she's pointing that Easter egg for us and our listeners again.
Yes. Man, if she ever mentions anything relatively close to lobster, even if it had nothing to
Has
do with
nothing
us,
to do with us.
nothing to do with us, I'm going to lose my mind.
Will you be the first one of us to get a tattoo of a lobster?
Oh, I would get it that day. Yeah, for sure.
Well, if you would like to reach out to us, all the ways to hit us up are in the description of this podcast. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. You can email us. We would love to hear from you about any of your favorite theories, a question, a comment, a concern. We'd love to hear it all. So join us next time. We're going to be breaking down Taylor's song, Begin Again.
Wait, let me double check that.
We have 14 more songs on this album.
We have a whole nother.
It's an entire album to
It's
do.
Red Part 2.
We just did 15.
This is the only reason that Taylor hasn't announced the next Taylor's version. It's because of us.
Sorry, guys.
Man, oh man.
If like that really does plan out, like she announces the next
Oh, would that not
re-recording,
be insane?
that would be, oh my God.
And then we don't get invited to a secret session?
Thanks for listening to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.